It's Monday, your least favorite day of the week. Probably scrolling through your phone, Instagram, or YouTube, delaying the inevitable. You've got to get to work, but the thought of dealing with coworkers and that boss you can't stand, forcing those awkward small talk conversation just makes you want to stay in bed. How did you end up like this? It feels like you've lost control over your own life, over your own direction. Every Sunday night, there's always a sense of regret, a sense of dread building up in your stomach because you know what you have to face on Monday. But no matter how you feel, you push through it. You get up and you go through the motions and you do what you have to do. But have you ever stopped and really asked yourself, why don't I put that same energy into my own goals? Think about it for a second. You've already proven that you could do anything that you set your mind to. I want you to really think about that. You've shown yourself what discipline looks like. How? Because every single Monday you get up and you go to work for somebody else and you do it like clockwork. When your boss tells you to be at work at 9 a.m., you're there at 9 a.m., whether you feel like it or not. When you have to go on that beach vacation and the airport tells you that you have to be there at 4 a.m., you're there at 4 a.m. You manage to drag yourself out of bed and get there on time. Let's keep it real. You ain't trying to get fired and you're not trying to miss that flight. But when you tell yourself, I'm going to break that bad habit, I'm going to start that new routine, I'm going to make time for my goals, you don't follow through. Isn't that wild? You'll show up for somebody else's dream without hesitation. But when it comes to your own, for your own growth, you fall short. Why is it that you commit to someone else's schedule, but you don't commit to your own? Think about it. You're building somebody else's dream, but what about your own? When are you going to start showing up for you? Here's the real issue. This isn't just about your job. This goes deeper. This is about your own self-worth and self-value. If you can show up for others, but you can't show up for yourself, what does that say about how you feel about yourself, how you really feel about yourself? You've been putting everybody else's needs ahead of your own for so long that you started to believe that your own goals aren't important. And that's exactly why you're stuck. And I know you feel it. I know you understand that to be true. Deep down, you know you could be doing more. But every time you think about taking a step forward, you push back your personal goals. Why? Because you've been conditioned since you were a child to do so. You've been conditioned to follow the instructions of others and to build somebody else's dreams. We've spent our entire lives being taught to meet others' expectations, but not our own. We grow up thinking that following others is the safe bet and the responsible thing to do. But here's the truth. Here are the facts. Playing it safe is the riskiest thing you can do. All that means is that you're not living life on your own terms. If you keep letting others dictate your time and your energy and your path, you'll wake up one day and realize that the years have slipped away. Years that you'll never get back. Let me ask you, what do you really want out of this life? Have you even asked yourself that recently? And when you do ask, are you honest with yourself about what the answer really looks like? Maybe you've been telling yourself that you're fine, but are you really? Or are you just comfortable? Are you telling yourself you're satisfied because it's easier than facing the fear of change? I'll keep it real with you. The year is almost over, and it's time to start making you the priority. Think about it. Think about how much you've already accomplished this year for other people. You've proven it. You've proven that you can follow through and get results. You've been doing it your entire life. But now it's time to take that energy, that drive, and put it into your own dreams. I want you to get specific. What are the things you keep saying you'll do someday that you never actually start? Whether it's launching that business, writing that book, or transforming your health, get clear on what those goals are. And once you're clear, break them down. What's the first step? Because let me tell you, the small, consistent steps make all the difference. And yes, it's gonna feel uncomfortable at first. Growth always does. When you've spent your entire life showing up for others, showing up for yourself almost feels foreign, maybe even selfish, but it's not. It's essential if you want to get unstuck and live a life that feels authentic to who you really are. Now imagine this. What would your life look like if you gave the same energy to your own goals that you've been giving to someone else's? Just visualize that for a moment. If you can show up at 9 a.m. for a job that drains you, imagine what you can do if you woke up at 6 a.m. to work on something that excites you. If you can meet someone else's deadlines, imagine the progress you can make on your own. And the truth is, your potential hasn't even been fully tapped yet. And here's the thing. It's not because you lack the ability. It's because you haven't fully committed to yourself. You haven't given yourself permission to go all in. The question is, what's stopping you? It's not your talent. It's not your lack of skills. It's your level of commitment. The only thing standing between you and the life that you want is your willingness to show up for yourself the way you show up for others. The best part about all this is that you don't need someone else's permission to start. You don't need anyone's approval. Everyone's going to have an opinion, but none of that matters. What matters is that you decide right now that your dreams, your goals, your life is worth showing up for. The new year is coming. It's a perfect time to reset, to realign, and to focus on what really matters. You. It's time to invest in yourself. Stop playing small. Stop making excuses. The person that you want to be, that person is already within you, waiting for you to give them a chance to shine. Here's what I want you to do. Make the decision today to give 100% to yourself. Not 50, not 75, 100%. You've done it for others. Now it's your turn. You can absolutely do this. I'm confident you can. I've done it. The people that you admire, they've done it. All it takes is a shift in your thinking, a decision to prioritize your life. That's it. With all that being said, it's almost 2025. Next year can be your year, but it starts today. Show up for yourself, and I'll catch you the next one. Peace.